Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into the episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's good, King Blaze? Being the first in here this morning. What's up, what's up? King Lee, what's good, fam? It's always good night, your Fly Nation family. You already know what it is, man. We up in here. We got a great show today. Some throwbacks also. Just want to get this place jumping. You know what's crazy? And I just wanted to say this, right? How time is like fluid, right? Like my dad used to tell me, like, once you hit 18, your life is like on a treadmill. And then all of a sudden it just keeps, it's like everything just quickly happens. And all of a sudden you're looking at it's Christmas again, it's Christmas again, it's Christmas again, it's Christmas again. You're like, man, I'm 25. Oh my God, I'm 30. I'm 35? Oh no, I'm getting to 40. So I just want to point that out this morning. But I hope everyone's having a great morning this morning. Like I said, you know we're starting off great. Abdi, what's good, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? And you know what? I really am a fan of Lamar Jackson, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody says. I really am. And this story, King Blaze, I see you, bro. And this story with Jalen Milroe is exactly why. Yeah, the guy is going absolutely bonkers, looking amazing. Everybody and they mama is talking about this brother. He's been killing it at his pro days and everything else like that for Alabama. Incredible. I think he ran a 4.37. Will I am. Greetings and salutes. What's good, bro? What's good? Hey, guys, please, if you're coming in, like, subscribe. I be saying, what's up, fam? Salute. What's good? But let's get started. The chat's already going. Let's get this started. Start off on the right foot. And like I'm telling you, we're talking about Jalen Milroe. Now, guys, I'm going to read something to you. Lamar playing the villain. I love it. I love him doing stuff like that because he's been a perpetual punching bag for the media, and then the media makes the excuse, well, you know, we're just doing our jobs. We got to feed our families too. Wave man was good. So I like when Lamar does that stuff personally. I really do. Like, I really do. So let me read this off to you guys real quick, right? Professor Walkdown said, imagine making Jalen Milroe, the gadget man, kind of how we had Joe and Lamar on the field at the same time in spots. Listen, the quicker you can get him on the field, the better it is for him. That was only for half the season. And then Lamar took over and ended up going 6-1. So, hey. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get people want to point it out and say, let's do certain things like packages and stuff like that for him. But mind you guys, and I'm just being real, after what you've seen with Lamar, Jaden Daniels, there's so many different ways. Like Lamar, like he's not the first anymore. Good morning, Kush. What's up? What's up, bro? Wiz Khalifa. Jalen will be a stealer. I hope not. I would be so pissed if that man was a Steeler. Dead serious with you. Because I'm like, how? Steelers made the playoffs. Y'all better not make him drop that low. It better not be like no Little John song. 3-6-9, dang you fine. Wanna hit me, tell me to me one more time. Get low. Get low. Not today. Not today. Grand Rising Antonio Williams, what's up? Truth, do not put that bad evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Like, straight up. But look at this. I had multiple meetings with the Steelers already. The Steelers have done that with multiple players, and they don't end up taking them. Well, your name is Kush. So, you know what I'm saying? The Steelers have done that. Remember last year or 2 years ago, there was a quarterback that everyone thought they were going to take, and they didn't end up taking him. The Steelers do that a lot. A lot. So, yeah. Hey, don't believe they like doing certain stuff a certain way. and then come from behind pause to get who they really want. So, yeah, it is what it is.
NFL folks.
Check this out. This is some of the stuff that's going on.
Down.
Look at that. Oh, perfect.
A tweet about Jalen's pass catchers favorite: Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton, Jam Miller, Rico Scott.
Look at that. I'm going to put the volume on this. Look at this. Perfect. He's ripping that thing. He's showing that he has an arm. He's showing that he has all the intangibles, right? Eli Sports Guy, what's up? You know what I'm saying? True, because I swear they were going to draft Jalen Hurts. They always do. I'm telling you, man. And I don't want to sound a certain way, but it's true. They use black quarterbacks as a smokescreen, and then they go get who they want. They've done it like 3 times. So you can't even say they did it with Jalen. They did it with what's his name? That went to the Titans. Now they're doing it with him, and they did it with another guy. I can't remember his name. But they've done it like 3 or 4 times. I'm telling you this. Go back and look it up. They use those quarterbacks as smoke screens because of Tomlin, and then they go get who they really want. They do it every time. I think it was Malik or something like that. One of them that had an amazing pro day. And everyone was saying, oh, Steelers look so impressed. They're going to be taking him. And they went and took who they want. So, yeah, that's just the way that they do things. That's the way they do things. Good morning, Stacy. How you doing? Morning, morning, morning. He throws a great deep ball, but he struggles in intermediate game and timing. Like, that could be worked on. If you got a cannon, that means you are capable of making every throw. You have the ability to make every throw. You have the weapons in your arsenal to hit every place on the field. So now it's just about how can they bring you up to the place that you need to be, that you can be the best you can be. That's what this is. He can throw, he can run. The man ran the 3rd fastest 40 for a quarterback, first being Michael Vick, I believe, with a 4.33, Lamar with a 4.34, and him with a 4.37. So he's plenty fast, plenty elusive, plenty big. He's 6'2", plenty strong. I believe he's like 210, 220, something like that. Yeah, he has everything. He has the size, he has the height, he has it all. He can do it all. And that's up to the coaches to put him in the best position possible to be successful. Matter of fact, I'm going back through right now. Yeah, he's 225 pounds, guys. 22 years old, 6'2", 225. So he's not small. He's pretty much Lamar. He's Lamar's height. Lamar's 6'2", 6'3", right? He's bigger than Lamar, and Lamar's a little faster. And we've already seen, for all intents and purposes, a Lamar, quote-unquote, carbon copy in Jaden Daniels, who they said, okay, we see what worked with Lamar. We're going to make this work with you. And he's a slower Lamar, and he looked absolutely breathtakingly amazing last year. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all why I love, and I tell you I'm such a Lamar fan. Because what Lamar did, he didn't just go through the door. You understand? Your job is to leave the environment that you're in a better predicament than how you got it. You understand? Because you're always trying to build. Michael Vick did not leave it in a better predicament than what he got it as. No, he did not. Because when Michael Vick had all the talent in the world to do so, but he didn't have the structure. He didn't have the mental fortitude. You understand? He didn't have the discipline to do those things. So he didn't kick down the door. He did not do that. Michael Vick missed the opportunity for all of his greatness to truly kick in the door for players like him coming down the pike. Why do you think it was so hard for Lamar Jackson? Why do you think? They labeled him and everything else, and he gonna be this, he gonna be that, right? Man, he should be a wide receiver, running back. But then Lamar said, "Nah, I'm good." His mother said, "Nah, I'm good," and he went out there and he said, "Y'all can say whatever you want, but guess what? We got to put on these pads. We got to play. We'll see how your evaluators say when I start to play." And he played his way into having one of the greatest contracts in NFL history that he did himself. He played himself into being a 2-time MVP. He played himself for the guy who can't throw to lead the league in passer rating, to lead the league in touchdowns. Like, the man has been nothing short of incredible. Now, because he's kicked down the door, you are having more guys that have similarities, strong similarities to a Lamar Jackson, have more opportunity to be successful. They said it in the media. There's a reason why Jalen Hurts got selected where he got selected. Guess what? Jalen Hurts is now a Super Bowl champion. There's a reason why Jaden Daniels got taken where he got taken. You understand where I'm coming from? Jaden Daniels will end up being Rookie of the Year. There's a reason for these things. And now there's Jalen Milroe, who will have the same opportunity. And if you do not believe me, go to Michael Vick, go to RG3. They all had the talent. But because of injury, because of lack of discipline, because of mental fortitude, they did not kick down the door for the people that came behind them. If anything, they made it more difficult because once RG3 got hurt, he was never the same RG3. So that stigma, even the highlight of him got hurt, was working against every quarterback like him coming down the pike. I'm talking to somebody here. And that's what you're supposed. Lamar took it up and said, look, I don't party. You ain't going to really see me. I ain't going to be cursing out the media. I'm going to be a God-fearing man. I love football. I drink, sleep, eat football. Only thing over football for me is God and family. And I'm gonna make this look good while I do it. I'm gonna make sure this looks stylish when I do it. And he didn't kick down the door. He sumo-plexed 360 power drive the door wide open. So now you're seeing Jaden Daniels coming out of college. His comparison was Lamar Jackson. Go right now to NFL.com. They always give comparisons to guys and stuff like that when they're coming out. His comparison was Lamar Jackson. Who do you think his comparison is going to be? For as good as Cam Newton was, because he was super Cam, he didn't kick down the door. They said, okay, you know what I'm saying, but he's wildly inconsistent. He got to the Super Bowl and didn't win. They used those guys against guys like them down the pike. With Lamar, because you can't really say much about a 2-time MVP. Unless, he got to win the Super Bowl. He's a 2-time league MVP. He isn't like he had one magical season. He's had multiple magical seasons. He has shown that there's consistency. You can reach a level of consistency with that style of player. That's what Lamar Jackson is proving. Now look at this. The man looks great. He looks great. Let me get to the chat, see what y'all saying. Professor Walker, I live 20 minutes from Ole Miss. I'm a SIP guy. Shout out, coach. Hearing the Steelers are drafting Dart if he falls. I hope the Steelers miss out on him. I hope the Steelers miss out on this guy because I have a feeling he's going to be good. The Steelers don't like mobile quarterbacks. Remember when they had Slash? They used them, but then they tossed him away. They want tall, old-fashioned guys that stand in the pocket. They do not like mobile quarterbacks. Heck, why they didn't resign Russell Wilson? They don't like him. They do not like mobile quarterbacks. They do not. Now, I know you're going to say, well, Ben Roethlisberger was a mobile quarterback. Nah, Big Ben was a 6'6" guy that can make some people miss in the pocket and do certain things. But he's not what you would consider a mobile quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Zelly the Knife. Good morning, man. Said let him go to the NFC. Facts. Let him go beat problems over there. TLM Gaming. Good morning. Antonio Williams, my Wolverines was Garballo this season, and they managed to beat Bama without a real QB. Jalen was abysmal. They beat Osu too, but neither here nor there. Listen, it's about talent, right? Mind you, I know Lamar is one of one, but yet they're going to pick guys as close to that one of one as possible. You know where I'm coming from? That's just, it is what it is. That's the name of the game. You might not get Brady, but if you get something close to Brady, you got something nice. You get where I'm coming from? You might not get Peyton Manning, but if you have something close to it, you got something nice. That's how this works. You'll never be able to really get the next player unless you get someone that's just better than them. Like Lamar Jackson's comp coming out was Michael Vick. He surpassed Michael Vick. It's not even close. Stacy said, I think he could be a good quarterback. Someone should take a chance on him. Exactly. Bro, he's going to be nice. With that elusivity and his speed and his big arm, bro, can't tell me he can't play in the NFL. There's too many instances where we see it work. Now, how long can he be consistent? Can you have him have longevity? That's the question. But saying he can't play is foolhardy. 100% foolhardy. And I know people want to try to know. They're going to say we've seen it work with Jaden. We've seen it work with Lamar. I'm telling you, I said this before. There's going to be more guys coming out of college that have similarities to Lamar, and people are going to see the problems they cause, the difficulty they cause for the opposing teams, and say, let's get them. Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. Darn what the team around him does. If it was all about what the team around him does, Jimmy Garoppolo would have won one. Purdy would have won one. Tua would have won one. Like, let's not act like it's not just it's the quarterback also. Jalen Hurts has proven that he's a winner. Even before they built up that roster, he was taking them to the playoffs. Even though he would lose in the playoffs, he would take them to the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has proven his merit. He's proven his mettle. And that, once again, he got drafted where he drafted because of Lamar getting that MVP in his first full season as a starter. That's where he got drafted, where he got drafted. They talked about it. But that's what I talk about, laying foundation for the people that come after you. Parents, if you're a parent and you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your parents bust their tail, hopefully, and worked hard to give you a better life, right? It's your job to take the baton and run with it and then create a better life for your children, your offspring. That's how this works. I don't know, Nitro. Lamar was a better passer coming out. Milroe had some really bad lows this past year. I get it, and that's fair. But if he could sit behind for even 1 year, what could he be? Aaron Rodgers sat. What did Aaron Rodgers turn out to be? Tom Brady sat. What did he turn out to be? Heck, Lamar sat. What did he turn out to be? Let him sit. If he drops in one of these teams that has a quarterback that can play the first 10 or 12 games so he can sit and watch. He's getting all the information in here. He's working. He's grinding. They're like, no, you don't do it like that. You do it like this. And you're going to keep doing it like this. And bam. And then all of a sudden, repetition sets in. Now you got a foundation to build on. He's hot. And now he's hot. And he keeps doing that. Now you got a weapon. Now you got a weapon of mass destruction. Now you could do something great. What would you say if Fields, out of all the quarterbacks that have played for the Jets, goes to the Jets and gets them to the playoffs? What would you say? What would be your retort? Then it's like, wow, he's making great plays. He got a great running back. Their running game is going to be amazing. I feel better on that team with Fields than Aaron. Exactly, Stacy. He should be a 3-time MVP. Nitro, you got crazy recall. Like, I remember all these points on Lamar throughout the day, but never when I'm debating in a live setting. Bro, I keep trying to tell people that's the way my mind works. That's why I can be good at something like this. And that's why I love doing stuff like this. Remember, I've said that I can remember all that stuff. I don't need somebody in my ear relaying out these stats and stuff or what people were saying. It's because that's how my mind works. I can recall a lot of stuff at one time. So yeah, but thank you for that. Shout outs to you, man. I'm glad that you caught that. I'm just not a pretty face. You feel me? There's something up here too. Oh, man. Mike Vick had otherworldly, God-given ability without work ethic and drive. Antonio, exactly. Exactly. Habitual line stepper, he didn't kick any door down. He just in the prototype of the new style. Can Newton already performed? No. All right, habitual line stepper, check this out. Those guys, if you have not understood this, have been used against mobile quarterbacks coming in. RG3's tape of getting hurt and never being the same has been used against every mobile quarterback since RG3 got hurt. You realize that, right? He helped with, even though it's not his fault, his career gave them ammo. Cam Newton's lack of consistent playoff success, lack of consistent accuracy, gave them ammo. All they say about Cam Newton was he was an amazing talent. He had a magical season, but then he wouldn't jump on the ball, and he's not who we thought he could be. Is it fair? No. Because context needs to be given on certain things, right? The Panthers never gave Cam Newton a true number one receiver. Never. They never really gave him weapons. But that's what his career gave them. So now that we get to a Lamar who has had multiple magical seasons, went to the AFC Championship game. He is consistently winning games every season. He's making the playoffs every year that he starts, right? And then he's led the league in passing touchdowns. They saw what he could be like. Oh my gosh. And you know what they all said? And the Ravens don't even, now the narrative changes. He's doing all that. He don't got weapons? Who's the star running back? We'll give our guy weapons. Oh yeah, we'll give him weapons. We're not going to do what they did. Oh yeah, we're going to give them, we could sneak a Super Bowl with a talent like that. That's where the narrative changes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to understand. This perception becomes reality. Never forget that. And look, I get it. I don't agree with a lot of people's stuff that they come out with a lot of these players. It's horrible. You can fart on half that stuff. But mind you, it still becomes perspective of the masses. And perspective becomes truth. Truth becomes reality. You can't argue that. You can't. And like I said, shout out to you, Professor Walk Down, for that. That's a great compliment you gave me, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. Stacy, yup. Let Fields walk. Also, Zeller, that's right. Ohio State. They say anything to discredit Jalen while Herbert gets multiple excuses. Exactly. And let's not act like Herbert hasn't had weapons. He's had weapons. He's had offensive-driven coordinators. Great defensive players. His defense gave him the ball 4 times in a playoff game in which they led, 27-7 or 27-3, and they lost that game. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. That's what I try to tell people. I'll never speak down on Jalen Hurts. Is Lamar better? Yes, but I'm not speaking down on Jalen Hurts. I've seen what Jalen Hurts had to go through to make it to where he is. I've heard some of the things that were said about that man. From Phila, I was in Twitter Spaces defending Jalen Hurts against Philadelphia Eagle fans. They were calling me stupid. I'm an idiot. That y'all like quarterbacks that can run and can't throw. That's what they were saying to me. And some of the people that were in those spaces remember. And now, oh, Jalen, it hurts when you're not around me. I love you. Give me a hug. Come here. You're the hand club. Come here. Come give me a, let me just hug you. Oh, yes. And you're the girls. Oh, he's 90s fine. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yes. He looks so sexy. Oh, yes. He papi. That's how they be acting now. But they weren't acting like that before. They didn't see him for what he is now, what he was before. Don't just hit anybody with the baton. Yeah, you got to hit the right people, and Lamar took the baton and ran. No pun intended. KB, the top of the AM morning chat once again. No notification. I don't know, bro. My bad, KB. Well, I'm glad you're in here this morning, bro. You already know. You already know. Antonio, let's see. Antonio Williams said Jared Thomas, good. It's illegal according to the NFL rules. Anyhow, this isn't rugby. What? Jared Thomas Nitro, the tush pusher will be banned. Jared Thomas, you don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare. Nah, bro, I don't want it banned. I don't want it banned. I'm going to get to that right now, too. Let me hear something right now. We talked a lot about Jalen, right? Let me hear something right now. The Packers have no shame. None. 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 Actually, it isn't against it by NFL rules. It's not, Antonio Williams. It's not against the rules. What the problem is it's like a gray area in the rules. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it really is, a gray area. And they're making the most of that gray area. You ever heard of 50 Shades of Grey? Yo, I said that in a song one time, bro. I was rapping and I said, what did I say? They love 50 Shades of Grey, but still they hate black. Oh, that's a bar! I remember I was rapping on one of the songs I was doing when I was much, much younger, and I said that on one of the songs we were doing, and I said they love 50 Shades of Grey, but still they hate black. Oh, bar. But all right. But yeah. Milton is exactly what they thought Lamar would be coming out of college. Milroe, yeah. They downplayed Russell's mobility until he lost it. Habitual line stepper, facts. That's what I'm trying to get. See what I'm trying to say? Facts. That's how they envision Lamar. Yeah, they don't want to use him in little spurts. Smarty Nitro, what do you think about Joe Milton on the Patriots? He's not, I don't know. The Patriots got their quarterback for who they think is going to be for the future. So we'll see. I don't know. Eli, nah. LJ was far ahead of Milroe. Yeah, he was, but that wasn't what the perception was. The perception was that Lamar needs to switch positions immediately, or he will not have success. Nitro, is your sound effect, or did you find that on the internet? I don't know. You tell me. Ugh. Some of these guys with these foolish stuff. You see, listen, you see Stephen A. Smith? Lift up that right cheek for him. What's it called? Nick Wright? Oh, that one's extra wet. Oh, yeah, you take that. I choke. Gave him that Taco Bell. Oh. Yo, but for real, though, nasty work. What's it called? He's like, reread what I said. What do you mean? Milroe is exactly what they thought Lamar would be coming out of college. Just a gadget guy. They're already talking about him maybe switching positions. But there's teams, they're saying that if they could get him up to speed throwing-wise, he'll be fine. Nitro, Nick Wright was so smug when he heard that Tush Push might be banned. He wanted that ban for 2 consecutive seasons because they can't stop it. See, you notice how, listen, let me tell you something, Jared Tucker. I don't want to stay too much time on Nick Wright. Let me tell you something right now. Did you notice that when the Chiefs stopped Josh Allen's Tush Push, he was like, oh, yeah, we're not worried about that. Our team has shown the ability to stop it. It's not a problem. Like, what it is what it is. We're not scared of them. The Eagles will fall. Jalen Hurts ain't that good. We got their number. Patrick Mahomes is unbeatable. We're unstoppable. We're undeniable. Taylor Swift is queen and king, emperor almighty. And guess what happened? Then they got the tush pushed out of them, right? All the way from the 5-yard line, and now it's like, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. You gotta stop it. Stop a football play. This ain't rugby. What kind of thing is this? I'll take you. Oh! That's how it is, bro. Oh, my God, bro. It's nasty work, bro. That's how Nick Wright is. But that's the reason why he wants it gone. Taysom Hill was called better. Remember that they were arguing that he could be better than Lamar? How has that worked out? And Taysom Hill is not as fast as this guy. Taysom Hill is a great football player, but he's not as fast as this guy. He can't throw like this guy. I try to tell people all the time, sometimes with players, it's not that they don't have the talent, it's that they don't have the proper coaching. This is why I say, even though I will be hard on Harbaugh, I still say he's a good coach. And I know I get flack for saying that. He's not a terrible coach. Harbaugh is the type of coach that raises your floor. He's a college-style coach. He raises your floor. But the problem with how he does things, it lowers your ceiling. So just like certain coaches, and it's just like with basketball players and stuff like that, like certain coaches can coach bad teams and get them into the playoffs. They can win the 10 games, 9 games that it takes to make the playoffs, right? Get them there. But once they're there, they don't have the capability of being able to coach at a higher level to get them to go to higher heights. Harbaugh is a good coach. I don't care what anybody says. It's undeniable that he's a good coach. The problem is he's not a great or magical coach, but he is a good coach nonetheless. This man's laughing and said, Nitro, stop. What? Listen, with that nose, that Nick Wright guy, he could probably smell it all the way to where he's at. That one hurt a little. Sound like White Castle. Man, I haven't had White Castle in years. Elward said, best content creator for the Baltimore Ravens, hands down. God bless, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. And there's a lot of us, man. There's a lot of content creators. I respect and love those guys, man. Anytime you bring me up, bring them up, please. All the way from Coach, from Sit to Tally, Ing Raven, Raven C, Rogue Pod, Lunch Break, Hot Take, all those guys, man. Flex Zone, Purple Rain Podcast. There's a lot of us, man, and I always want to tip my cap to those guys because I know listen. I'll always say I'll outwork anybody, but I never want to put on those guys' work ethic or what they do. We all have our own lanes, and we do a great job doing it. So I just want to shout those guys out every chance I get. What was Nick Wrong's jersey number in the NFL? You know he was never there. Milroe is Anthony Richardson 2.0. He's a one-read QB who can't read pass coverage, and the intermediate throws are horrible. Probably. Jared Thomas Nitro, though. The Bills don't really do the tush push, though. They do a tush push with an RB push. The Eagles have literally everyone push Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts squats like 600 pounds. I've seen Jalen Hurts push his lineman an extra 2-3 yards. He's that strong. It's not just because, mind you, we've seen other teams do it. They have the linemen to do it. They have the quarterback to do it. They have super strong wide receivers. A.J. Brown's a monster. They have everybody on that team is strong except for Devontae Smith. He's the weakest player on the team, but everybody else is strong. So, yeah, that's why it's so deadly. James Franklin, Penn State. Exactly, James Tony. Eli Sloan. Okay. James could be Lamar. Could be a Lamar too. Lamar is one of one. I don't see any of these guys being able to do what Lamar did. I told you guys Lamar will finish with more than 2 Super Bowls. That means, in all actuality, we could be looking at a quarterback that has multiple MVPs. I'm talking about maybe 4. Lamar could realistically have 4 or 5 MVPs when he hangs up his cleats. Maybe more. Right? And on top of it, 2 or more Super Bowls. What level of player is that all time? Yeah. The NFL claims they want player safety. That's why it's illegal for players to get penalized for pushing their own players on special teams, attempting to block extra points and field goals. Listen, I never agree with that either. It's never had nothing to do with it. It's just they don't like people having certain what's it called? They don't like people having certain things over them. Like they can just score. Now, in that aspect, then I understand why you would want it banned. But once again, this isn't a special teams play. This is a regular football play, right? That no one seems to be able to stop. It's not my fault. That's the equivalent of you running a pass play that nobody can stop because you have the personnel to run it, and they say you cannot run that play because nobody can stop it. It's an automatic first down every time. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you had a 6'7" guy, and you said, okay, the play is like this. You run this way. I'll put a fast guy underneath. We're going to run that every single time. I'm going to throw it right above your head. They cannot overjump you. So if they miss it, it goes out of bounds. No big deal. If you catch it, it's a first down every time. And I just spam that. Spam it. That's like them saying, yo, you can't do that no more because we can't stop it. And we don't have nobody that can stop it. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? The tush throw. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, it's never been illegal because we've always seen running backs in the middle of the field, and then you'll see linebacker or you'll see their linemen push them forward in the middle of the field. Quarterbacks get in when they get hit and they get stand up, and the guys get behind them and start doing that. You'd have to ban that too. That's why I said it's a gray area. Come on now, we doing this, baby. I love this right here, baby. Eli, you can't just ignore the good either. And listen, let me tell you this right now. Here it goes right here. Right? Here it goes right here. That's what they're saying. Elwood, me and Ingraven will definitely be working again together. Don't even take my word for it. Go ask him. We'll be doing something this summer again. That's my guy. That's my guy. Ings, that's my guy. I got nothing but love for Ing. Look, the Packers, and this is my point to you, Antonio, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. We're having a conversation. I don't ever want any of you guys to think that I'm talking over you guys, just that I have a mic and you guys don't. But I never want you to feel like I'm talking down to you guys. I never want you to feel that way. Oh, look at this real quick, right? Read this real quick. You see, that's why they want to ban it. They want to ban this directly, right? Okay, now that I've shown you this is the real reason why. It's because they can't run it properly. This is what I keep trying to tell people. They can't run it. Look at this. They're not good at it. So because they're not good at it, and this has happened multiple times to the Packers, they're like, nah, it's not easy to do. It's an unfair play. We don't want it in the league. There it goes. The Packers are not good at doing it. I think they failed at every tush push except for like one or two that they've attempted. And the two that they attempted, it was like fourth in inches, and they almost didn't get it. So that's what I'm saying. You know where I'm coming from? People will say, oh, blah, blah, blah. We don't want it that way because of this and that. It's like, you don't want it that way because you can't do it. Thank you, Lamar's 101. Stacey, you already know what it is. 101. Dimes, hey, what's good, Eli? You can't just ignore the good either. Listen, man, I think that he'll be good. I really do. I think that Milroe will do just fine. I think he'll be straight. I think he's more like a what's his name that just left the Steelers? I think he's more like him than a Lamar, but we'll see. Yeah, James Toney, that is true. But once again, that was not the perception. So you're right, he was. Lamar, remember when he came in, people started to say Lamar had a noodle arm. And we were looking at him like, Lamar has a rocket. What are you talking about? Perception becomes reality. Perception becomes truth. Truth becomes reality. That's just the way it goes. Stacy and Nitro agreed. Yeah, Lamar's 101. But once Fields, that's his name. But once again, that's not how he was. Even though he was, that's not how he was viewed. There's a difference. Nitro and S's Nick Wright called out Eagle fans and said he doesn't want to hear any excuses from them if they can't win without the tush push because he can't do it, Jared Thomas. That's why. They're not going to risk. What was it? The one time they tried to do something similar, someone rolled up Patrick Mahomes and he was out. They're like, we're never risking you again, my homie. Never again. So they don't do it. Think about it. The Ravens don't even let Lamar do it. They let Mark Andrews do it. That's the real smart thing to do. Because the having a player out there still takes one guy that could come down on the line away. So that's what I would do. Have somebody big, strong that can do it also. And we use Mark Andrews a lot. Fields was way better than Milroe, and they comparing Milroe to Lamar. True. But once again, that's not the perception. That you're right, but perception was that Lamar didn't have a good arm. He can only run. He was too small. The NFL, he couldn't hold up. He wouldn't have longevity. They can't understand what he speaks. He's not smart. Like that's what the perception of him coming out of college was. The media made sure to perpetuate that. Wholeheartedly so. Kush said, a Bills fan said to me that Lamar Jackson is the James Harden of the NFL. This is why it's disrespect Bills Mafia so they're clueless. Flop Allen finally gets an MVP. Now he's considered a great. That's the reason why they wanted him to get one. Because now they can say, oh, he got an MVP now. But it's like, but my guy got two. So what? He still got one. So it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Kush, nah, I can't say he's James Harden. That's not the right comparison. If anything, he's Allen Iverson. He gets treated like Allen Iverson. Lamar Jackson is a phenom. Like, he gets the hate and the media attention like an Allen Iverson. But to me, his playing is more like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was only known really for his dunking. That's all that the highlights said. It didn't highlight that he could shoot. It didn't highlight that he could pass. It didn't highlight that he was an amazing defender. It's like, oh, he's a dunker, a high flyer. If you go and read the newspaper articles about Michael Jordan before he won his titles, hey, they called him an egotistical ball hog that could not make the teammates around him better. And yeah, he played great and he looked fun to watch, but he would never be able to get over that hump because he couldn't think like Larry or pass like Magic or be dominant like Kareem. That's what was said. That's Lamar. Oh yeah, MTY1, go look it up right now. You had multiple media outlets saying that Lamar Jackson does not have a strong arm. Go look it up. The internet is right there. YouTube, Google, go look it up. You're going to be like, I didn't even hear this. I did. I heard it. I don't know why Bill fans keep acting like they're hard. Lamar gained Allen both games, and the franchise has 0 Super Bowls. AFC is a cake division too. Yep, Yami, you're not lying, Yami. Talk those facts. But no one would be real about that. I wonder how Josh will get his touchdown if it gets banned. Oh yeah, he'll QB dive, QB power. That's how he'll get it. Josh Allen's a big guy, but if he can't push, I don't know. We'll see. That's doing it that way will be very weird because a quarterback doing even what Tom Brady used to do would be banned. QB sneaks. I know why James Toney, but James Harden was getting favorable treatment from the referees. He was able to do triple step back jumpers. Like, they eschewed the rules for James Harden to be dominant like he was. I've watched games where James Harden triple stepped back. He went 1, 2, 3, and then shot the ball and made it. And everyone's like, oh, he's cooking. He's cooking. I was like, you know how good Michael Jordan would be if he could take 3 step backs? Yo, nasty work. Kobe, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, heck, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kim Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Moses Malone, Pistol Pete Maravich, Larry Bird. Like, bro, we can keep this going, bro. Mark Price, out of here, bro. It's nasty work. Nitro, bro, is right. Bills fans literally call Lamar Jackson LeChoke. It's fine. That even after he wins, they'll be even more racist. You understand where I'm coming from? Once he wins, imagine this. If Lamar wins a title next year, the Ravens win the title next year, Lamar will have more titles than their franchise history. You understand where I'm coming from? That's literally what we're looking at here. That's what we're looking at here. So that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, y'all got to understand, like, there's levels to this. There's definitely levels to this. Definitely levels to this. So, and then what they're going to say, there's going to be more mad, more racist, more pictures. That's all they're going to do. That's why I tell you, they don't get me mad. I'm just like, what it is. Y'all are just despicable people. Like, to say and do what they were doing is ridiculous. Having that junk trending about a grown man with a family. It's ridiculous. You have no shame. And Lamar's had the most 114 or more passer rating games since 2002 than any quarterback. That just goes to show you he has to be perfect for us to win. It just is what it is. Exactly, Dimes. That's exactly what happens. I've said that before. TGIF, Michael was assured, especially at clutch shooter. Exactly. But that's not what they were saying in the newspapers. So people started to believe that he was a chucker. If you go back and look at a lot of the older fans that grew up on Magic and Bird before Jordan got in there, they didn't like Jordan. They hated him. They hated that man. Harden was cuffing his arm under people and getting foul called for robbery. It was nasty work. The stuff that Harden got away with doing is nasty. Nasty. It's ridiculous. Kush, y'all never noticed Trevor Lawrence has been underperforming, but yet the second highest paid QB in the league, and no one questioned if he's worth his money. Kush, the only thing you're supposed to be on fire is what your name is. You feel me? You ain't supposed to be talking all that flame. Stop talking all that flame, Kush. How dare you speak those facts, Kush? But you're facts. You're not lying. 100%. But you're lying. Someone said that's the pot calling the kettle black. Have no room to talk about choke with anyone with that fan. They made it to the Super Bowl, four consecutive times and lost badly every single time. They're the epitome of choke. They're the example of choke. They're the personification of choke. Please, somebody clip what I just said. Post it to the Bills fans. I want them to see that and hear that. Jared Thomas says that you said Nick Wright also said multiple times that Lamar plays good until it actually matters. Nick Wright's an idiot, like I told you before. You know what we do to Nick Wright. Make him smell that. Nasty work. I hate when people make NFL, NBA, NFL. The NFL is the ultimate team sport. You have 53 players to rely on, whereas most NBA downsize their lineups in the playoffs. True, Antonio Williams is a very good point. But you understand similarities. There's similarities, but I get what you're saying, though. They got rid of the Harden cuff move, but SGA about to win an MVP off doing it. They pick and choose. Wide right Buffalo. Talk that junk. All right, guys. But we're going to wrap it up today. I hope y'all like today's episode. But we're going to wrap it up in a nice little different way because, remember, we got to do throwback and nostalgia. And you already know what throwback and nostalgia is, right? So when I was a kid, there was an album from a group that came out. And when I mean, I was young when it came out, like young. When it came out, this thing was moving mountains. Everybody knew the songs. I didn't care if you were white. I don't care if you were black. I don't care if you were Latina, Latino, Asian, Oriental. You loved this album. And the album that I'm talking about, the people that I'm talking about are the Fugees, The Score. Let me tell you something right now, guys. This is one of the greatest albums ever. From top to bottom. From top to bottom. This man, I be saying that Bills means, boy, I love losing Super Bowls.
Finish him, Daddy.
I be saying I'm taking that, bro. But the score, listen, man, the score was amazing. Oh my gosh. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not. Oh. That, listen, man. Killing me softly with his arms, telling my whole life with his word, killing me softly. Amazing album, absolutely great, magical. Oh la la la, Zelly, yes, Zelly, yes. Oh la la la, you already know I know it, bro. Bro, y'all lucky I can't play these songs, bro. Y'all lucky I can't play these songs. Because YouTube will be like, boop, 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 and take away my channel real quick. But this was an amazing. It's sick and I hate it. What? Hold up, what do you mean it's sick and I hate it? What are you talking about, Kush? You hate the score? Lauryn Hill, and that's why, see, you know if I'm talking about the Fugees, you know I got to talk about Lauryn Hill because after they came out with this and they had so much commercial success, you had, what's it called again? Oh my God, the movie with Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm talking about? And they were singing in the Catholic Church. I forgot the name off the top of my head, but y'all know it's an absolute classic. And it showed Lauryn Hill's singing prowess because she's an amazing singer. Amazing singer. Her vocal control is one of the greatest I've ever heard. But what was it called with Whoopi Goldberg, man? I can't remember. It was with the nuns. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember that movie. Sister Act 1 and 2. Thank you. The one with her was Sister Act 2. All right, thank you guys. Sister Act, thank you guys. And that showed when she was singing Eye on a Sparrow. His eye is on the sparrow. When they were playing the piano, it really put people in the mindset of how good she was. And then she dropped this heat. The miseducation of Lauryn Hill. When I'm talking about boom, 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 in times, you know you better watch out. That thing. Like fire, hey yo, fire. From Sister Act, everything that she was on was magical. Like, and TGI had the greatest female album ever. Yeah. You can make that argument regardless of who it's going against. And Whitney had some hits. Janet had some great albums too. But the album in its entirety, this album could go up against any album, male or female. It's that good of an album. And if I had to say, I would say it's at least a top 50 album of all time. And that's albums. And now albums you can have, all time. You have groups. You have like Michael Jackson with Bad, Thriller, Elvis, the Bee Gees, what's it called? The Who, and then Rolling Stone, the Grateful Dead. Like, you have a lot of great albums. She's up there. This and the Fugees score is in that 50. And it helped that she was absolutely gorgeous, but gorgeous in a covered way. So she wasn't selling like promiscuity or over-sexuality. She was doing it singing and letting her talent and her natural beauty shine through the camera. And that's why it captivated everything. That's why Missy Elliott captivated everybody. Because it's easy to lean on, because there's three things that they always say sells. Sex, money, and drugs sell. Regardless of who's doing it, those three things sell. If you're not marketing those three things, people say, well, how are you going to sell? That's why Missy Elliott was held to such a high esteem, because she didn't have the eye candy like a Trina, like a Lil' Kim, like a Foxy Brown. But it was just her sheer talent that jumped off the screen. Lauryn Hill. Absolutely. Listen. Doechii is not on Lauryn or Missy's levels. I'm going to make Zelly, I get what you're trying to say. She's not. This was her first album. Hold on. The Miseducation. I want to show you this album. I'm going to tell you real quick how much times it went platinum. X Factor, Lost One, Zion. Oh my gosh. How much times? Let's see, platinum. Let's see if I can find it. Because I'm telling you right now, it was incredible. Sold. So the Miseducation of that sold 20 million copies. Double diamond. That's more than Usher's album. You know what album I'm talking about. Confessions. These are my confessions. Then I thought it, then she got it, and he got one on the way. This is my confessions. And Confessions was a masterpiece. Every song on that, was a number one hit. This album was better than Confessions. And I don't know what to do, and guess I gotta keep on doing my confessions. Let me make sure I'm out of line, because Confessions might have sold that much now. Confessions, album sales, let's see. See, as I'm saying, it's sold over 10 million. Oh, worldwide sales as of right now, it has sold 15 million worldwide, making it the best-selling R&B album of the 21st century by a male artist. And she outdid Confessions. Put that into perspective. You understand? Confessions had Yeah on it. Yeah. Getting up, burn up, get before me. Burn, let it burn, let it burn. Uh-oh, let it burn. It had all of those hits on one album. Confessions is and was a masterpiece. This was better than that. Bro. Now look, I know Confessions is one of the greatest albums of all time too. But I'm just talking about sales. Like we're talking about a monster album. This album changed the way how you could view a female artist. You understand? So I just wanted to shout them out because, if you were born in the 80s, you heard these albums. You heard the Fijis, The Score, and you heard The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And they were masterpieces, bro. It was amazing. Bone Thugs and Harmony, King Lee, fire. Natural Beauty. Oh, she was gorgeous. Oh my God. She was chocolate. Hershey's couldn't do it better. Snickers couldn't do it better. Oh. I wish it was a Twix. Then it'd be two. Ooh, you. Hey. I'm just being real. She was amazing. Man, like I said, I love giving shout outs. And it came with a lot of wisdom, a lot of different, it wasn't talking She did it the opposite way and had the highest success. How can you not love that? You feel me? Confessions for me. Confessions. Listen, I got the Confessions album for my sister. I'll never forget it. I think it was her birthday. And it was her birthday, and everybody was fighting. The two albums when I was a kid that everybody was fighting over to go get, 3 albums, was Confessions from Usher, 50 Cent's first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, right? And the Cisco's Unleash the Dragon. Those 3 albums, regardless of your black, white, Spanish, everybody was buying those albums. It was ridiculous. Especially when the Thong song came out. Unleash the Dragon was crazy. Crazy. So, yeah, those are the 3 albums I remember everyone trying to scoop up to get. But, yeah, in my age bracket, but I remember getting that from my sister. Confess, she was so happy. And I remember she would just sit in her room. She'd have it on play when she's studying and stuff like that. Man, it was just great, man. Just great. Loved it. That's my culture from it, man. I'm the type of brother, I've been doing it my way, getting my kid for years. In my career, I'm the type, what was that song called again? Caught Up. There it goes. That was another #1 hit from that album. Caught Up, got me feeling it. Caught Up, I don't know what it is, but it seems it got me twisted. I'm so caught up. Bro, Confessions was nasty. I'm losing control. This girl's got a hold on me. Oh, Confessions was crazy. Hold on, let me go to. So you had was the biggest hit from the album. Burn was the second. Confessions Part 2 was #3. My Boo. There's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never seen it going 'cause you're blinded from the start. You know you're that one for me. Say for everyone to see. Oh, baby. Oh. You will always be my boo. And I don't know about us. It's the only way I know how to rock. Come on now, bro. That album was absolutely amazing. Those are legit #1 hits. I'm talking about the top of the chart for weeks. For weeks at a time. It really is, bro. Bro, people don't really understand how good Confessions was. That album was ridiculous. Superstar. Follow Me was another great one. He had legit 5 or 6 #1 records on that album. You remember when we used to have that 106 in Park? And everyone would rush after school to go watch 106 in Park and MTV's, what was it called? It was like that guy at the top of that building. And I forgot what it was called. It was like MTV something. And they would always show the top music videos. Usher, I watched Usher be #1, #2, #3, #4, and then the 5 was somebody else. Dead on BETs. And on MTVs. And then when Caught Up finally came out, that one rose to #1. So, shout outs to them. It was an amazing album, amazing everything. I loved it. I'll take Craig David, first album over Confessions. Oh, come on now, man. Over Confessions, though? TRL, King Lee. King Lee, that's why we right here, man. That's why me and you right here, man. TRL, bro. Yeah, man. I see you, man. You just got my back, man. King Lee, I salute you, my brother. But yes, TRL. People forget as kids, we used to rush home to watch music videos, to see what the countdown was on, all that stuff. Rap City Basement. Come on now, man. Bruh. Magical times. Magical times. But, guys, you know what time it is. That's another episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Thank you for watching. What, Country Grammar over Confessions? Country Grammar was nice, but it ain't Confessions, bro. Come on now. I wasn't a big Coolio fan, no. No, I wasn't a big Coolio fan. I wasn't. Not gonna lie. I loved him on the Keenan and Kel theme song, though. Oh, here we go. But, yeah. Oh, my God. Sister Act, Trapped in the Closet with R. Kelly. That whole series was crazy with R. Kelly. That was incredible. But, yeah, everybody, we're out of here. Thank you for showing up. If you guys, please don't remember, like the stream and like the channel. If you have not already done so, please subscribe. We're trying to build this channel up. We'll be able to have super chats and memberships once we reach 500. So guys, please, please, please get those likes and subscriptions up. Let's build this channel the right way. And also, because we can't donate, if you would like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, just giving me some love. Bottom of the screen, as you'll see right here, is a Cash App. That goes pretty much for everything. And the name of it is money sign The Wunderkind Show. So if you want to donate, help out, stuff like that, that's how you do it on this channel right now, for at least now. Yeah. Okay? But guys, have a wonderful day. Hope you guys continue having a wonderful morning. I love you guys. And I'm out this piece. Y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Haha. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.
Nick Wright, Stephen A, Acho.